Yeah, we obviously need to tone it down a bit. Run around town, spending time like it's...
I mean, well, this is like one thing I do remember about him was I put quotes on my board every day. It's like I used to use Machiavelli, Nietzsche, Jung, Franz Fanon. And this one morning, I guess I forgot to put a quote up on the board. And he was like, Mr. Gar, I was like, where's your quote? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, you put a quote on the board every morning. You know, I always read them. And I had no idea that he, you know, was paying attention. So, I mean, I get out my book, put one up, and I never forgot that. He was a leader. I would have to admit that. He was a good kid. He was a leader. He quoted Nietzsche, but he used those things to manipulate people in the wrong ways, to get them to do what he wanted to do. And it wasn't always in the other children's best interest. I kind of know of his mom. I mean, you know, she's had her struggles, like anybody else in these neighborhoods. She wasn't, I don't really think she was involved a lot in his life and especially like in his education. When you don't have the guidance, I mean, you know, a lot of times kids just want to belong. And I think one of the things he did because of the fact he didn't belong, he created his own group, his own entity of like, well, for lack of a better term, he created his own family. It seemed as if the streets had beaten him down so many times that he just didn't care anymore. You know, I tried to, you know, make him smile, remember a few things, and nothing. Nothing whatsoever. I mean, you know, it's a shame that the streets and life can beat you down so much that you really just don't care. And it wasn't like, you know, I don't even think he was, what, 25 years old? And, you know, that's a shame for a kid to feel that way. You know, when I was a kid, I had, you know, a bunch of effervescence and always positive and stuff like that. He wasn't like that. He was just gone. It was just seemed like he was just a shell of his former self. Where Nietzsche says, battle not with monsters, lest thee become a monster. Gaze into the abyss, and the abyss will gaze into you. And I mean, if he'd have like thought about that and really, you know, really applied himself to that, he would have seen that, you know, if you really look into yourself, you can see the problems that are coming up to you, and you can wait them out, and you can overcome them.
Crossing the line, that ain't the finish. Every thought is dark as a glass of fucking Guinness. Too far gone to come back to my senses. Now I'm on the edge of my bed, making love to my